everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and this is project number 2 of my Hey Love Valentine, non-traditional Valentine treats. And here he is, he's super cute. Here's the Hey Love stamp set. In case you haven't seen it, it's got these really cute critters, and I've created 4 different projects using each one of the bigger ones. That's kind of non-traditional, right? It's not pink or red, and it doesn't have a bunch of little hearts. Now it does have one heart, but this would be good any time of the year, wouldn't it? And I did lots of looking for treats that would go with these guys. And of course, I thought bananas with our gorilla. This is a belly band that slides right off. Let's see if I can get it open. And inside are these Now and Later bananas, and they are this size. They really are 1/4 each. I got them at Five Below. If you have a Five Below, you can run over there, and they had a ton of them. If you don't have a Five Below, just look maybe on Amazon. I'm sure that these are easily found. And you could also use banana runts. There's lots of banana flavored treats. All right, well, let's get started. You're gonna need your Simply Scored, and you're gonna need a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock that is 6.5 by 6 3/4. If you want this information, just hop over to my blog. This was a Facebook Live video that I did, and I have created this clean copy for you. If you click in the link in the description down there, you'll find this PDF under the last picture, and it has everything you need, as well as 2 other projects using the same stamp set, but those measurements are at the bottom. Okay, on the 6 3/4 side, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 3 5/8. 5/8 is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tick marks past the 3, and then again at 5 5/8. Turn it on the short side and score it at 1 1/8 and 5 3/8. All right, we can move this out of the way. Take your bone folder first and foremost, and burnish your score lines. Using your bone folder is going to give you a nice crisp line on all of those score marks, and it's going to make your box go together just beautifully. All right, so here is the short or the narrow tab on the end. You see how it's narrow right here? This is the 1/2 inch tab. We're going to cut off these little end rectangles, and if you'll notice, when I do that, I'm cutting in at an angle here so that this long tab will have angled ends like that. Okay, now go in and cut all these score lines like this. Then come back over here. See where our skinny tab is? These side tabs right here, we're going to cut them in half. Now don't worry about it being perfect. Mine never are. These are just going to tuck into the box, kind of give you a clean closure. All right. Okay, let's put it together. Now these 2 tabs right here, you want to fold them in and put adhesive on the outside. All right. Then fold them up into that center tab like that. And then these guys are already ready. Whoops, let's make them perfect. There we go. Now you can see these also, let me tell you, it's actually easier if you cut these off at an angle too. Just get rid of those corners. All right, let's see. How does it look? Perfect. All right, let's put our candy in there. I find that putting the belly band around it is much easier when the box is actually filled. All right, now tuck that in, and you're going to grab another piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock, and you're going to wrap it around like this, pinching those lines to match the score lines. And just put some adhesive right here, and there you have it. Okay, now this is going to slide off of our box. I didn't make it too tight, and that's going to be the part that we put our gorilla on. I've also cut some of our Tropical Escape Designer Series paper. Don't you think that's perfect for our gorilla? This piece measures 4, well, I can't get it picked up again, 4 by 1 7/8. And you can see I used a different pattern than the one previously. There are lots of patterns in that pack that would work perfectly. See how they're a little bit different? Okay, I think it's time to make our cute little gorilla. Get my belly band slid down on there. It's nice and snug. Okay, the gorilla, the star attraction. I'm going to stamp him in Memento Black. He is going to be colored in with Stampin' Blend, so we want to use our Memento ink. I've got a little something, a little piece of ribbon hanging on. How strange. Now while we're here, why don't we go ahead and stamp this I'm Ape over you right here, just on a scrap of paper. I'll show you what to do with that in just a second. Now we have several choices that you could color your gorilla with. We have basic black blends and we have smoky slate. Basic black, you'll see on the skunk project that I did, is very, very, very dark, and it doesn't give you a lot of opportunity to shade. So I prefer most of the time to use my smoky slate. He's going to get dark enough that he's going to look like he's the right color. And then, you know, if you look at gorillas, they are actually silvery gray, dark. All right, let's color him all the way in around here with our smoky slate. You can use the bullet end, which is what I'm using here, or you can use the brush end, whichever you prefer. When I have big spaces like this, I kind of fluctuate between the two, but I think that the bullet end is my favorite. All right, so we've done that. Let's now take our dark smoky slate and we're going to go around his little face and in his little armpit there. We're going to go around his belly and under his arm. Now, if you really wanted to get dark, you could go and get your basic black blend and do some shading, or add some dark shadows in there with your basic black, and then blend it in with your dark smoky slate. Bring that all the way out. All right, that looks good. Now I'm going to do, he's got kind of two layers here to his belly. I'm going to do this outer layer. I'm going to do it this light smoky slate. I'm going to leave that little inner layer white. All right, now I'm going to go around his head with a light smoky slate. This would be a great Valentine's for a guy. It's not too girly. Now take your dark and add quite a bit here around his face. I really like the dark around the face. It's going to make his face just kind of pop off. And then take your light and blend it up. There we go. How cute is he? He's just adorable. Oh, I forgot his little hands. All right. Now the heart, we're going to color Lovely Lipstick. I wanted to use some of our beautiful foil paper that's available in the Celebration catalog, and it is Lovely Lipstick. So that's why I went with Lovely Lipstick instead of Real Red. I wanted it to match, and I am using the dark Lovely Lipstick. Now I decided to give him just a little bit of color in his cheeks right here. Just a little. Isn't he adorable? All right. Fussy Cutter fans, you're going to like this part. I'm going to go around his body, just leaving a little bit of white on the outside. If you don't like to fussy cut, then just punch him out in a circle. He would be fine that way, I think. But just get your scissors and give it a try. If you haven't tried Stampin' Up's paper snips, that's what I'm using right here. They're $10. You should add them to your next order. They're really good. And I know I used to think, scissors are scissors, but they are not. Not all scissors are the same. And these are perfect for fussy cutting. All right, there he is. Now, let's put together our tag. This is a stitched white oval that I used the stitched shape framelits. It's the third largest, okay? Now I want to use this beautiful leaf ribbon and I want it to go exactly where I want it to go. So I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm just going to kind of mold it around the edge under the leaves. And I might even fold out some of those leaves. If you look at mine, some of these I turned the way that they weren't naturally on the spool to give it a little more dimension. You can even cut some of the little leaves off and add it to our little strand, which I think I might do because they're a little too far apart for my liking. All right, let's cut that one off. And let's see, I'm going to take this one and let's get a glue dot and let's make him do what we want. We're going to fold him out like that. All right, and then what we could do is just take one, snip it off, and get a glue dot and put it over here so there's more leaves going on over here. I don't know, we'll have to put our gorilla on first to see. Okay, so there we go. That's how I got all of that. Looks like I snipped that off right there, but nothing a glue dot can't fix. Well, come on, glue dot. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to wrap that around that there and put that leaf. What if we did that? Oh, now we need, I've made a bald spot. We need one more leaf. I know I'm probably overthinking it, but we want it to be just right. All right, one more leaf. Let's see, we'll put this one down like that. Oh, that now it looks too crowded. Well, we're gonna leave it, we'll see. Okay, now we're also gonna cut some big leaves. Here's that foil I was talking about. Isn't that beautiful? I cut that with a Be Mine stitched framelits. We're gonna pull out the leaf, oh, what are they called? Tropical Thinlits. And we're gonna use this one. These are from the annual catalog. And they are some of my favorites. And then we're going to use this skinny leaf right here. All right, so let's cut those. If you have your magnetic platform on your Big Shot, it'll hold them in place where they need to be. Just like that. And I wanted to show you how I cut these because it's kind of a surprise when you first cut the leaves. This one, let's see if it'll pop out. Sometimes they'll just pop right out, but nope, no luck this time. And I don't have my roller here, so let's just use this tool. All right, there's that leaf and Granny Apple. And then this leaf, it is actually, it's gonna come out in two pieces. See that? So when we attach it, we're gonna make sure to attach it together. Sometimes in my projects, I like to just use this part because that's kind of fun too, just that part. But for this one, I'm going to leave them together. Okay, let's attach everything. Now, we're going to start with these guys, and we're going to put them back together. They're like a little puzzle. And I'm going to see where I want them, just like that. And I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to just add a glue dot, or a dimensional right there. Oops, I shouldn't have taken that off yet because I don't want it to stick to my table. All right, so we'll just stick that like that. Now let's take our heart, and I'm going to put a little bit of fast fuse in the corner. We're going to tuck it down here, and then our cute, oh, whoops, I forgot one. Let's see, this one is a glue dot. I'm going to put a glue dot on the front of it. That way I can tuck it into the back like that. All right, now our cute little ape. I'm going to put a dimensional on him and stick him right there. And now for our sentiment. Now you guys, let's see if I have my paper trimmer. I have it right here. I'm going to just trim this to the height of the word. Does that make sense? Just tall enough for the words. Then I'm going to, and I actually want to cut a little bit of this off. I'm going to cut a little line right here. And then I'm going to cut to the angle if you have your punch handy, you can punch it with the Banner triple punch or the tailored tag punch, and I'm going to stick this right there. Now, I left it a little bit long on that end so he can go under, and I also made sure that I put my dimensional on this side of him so that would have room to slide back there. And there's our tag. If I wasn't making a video, I think I might fiddle with these leaves a little bit more, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to finish it here. Put the dimensional there, and we've got some dimensionals on the back already. Let's see, I might need to move that one. Let's just start with a different one. Let's put one right here and stick that right there. And there he is. He's a little bit wilder. Looks like my leaf's sticking out a little bit more, but I think it's cute. These would make great dude treats at Valentine's Day or treats for any time of the year. I hope you guys like them. Let me know what you think. Hop over, get the PDF, and I hope you can make some Valentines of your own. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.